Working together on a project can bring actors really close to each other. Let's take a look inside Chadwick Boseman's relationship with Letitia Wright. Letitia Wright dedicates all her scenes to Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman took on the esteemed role of none other than the Black Panther himself, but things did not go well for the actor as he ended up losing his life to cancer. However, despite his demise, Chadwick Boseman's significance is still prominent in the Black Panther movies, and the actor is remembered extremely fondly even today. With Black Panther 2 being released, fans and the cast and crew naturally felt the absence of Chadwick Boseman even more than ever. The trailer for the movie was a huge success and ended up breaking the internet, with fans pouring in from everywhere just to get a look at the trailer.
He's coming for the surface world.
The first part of the Black Panther movies was a huge success, and it looks like the second movie will be building onto that success. When asked about her feelings about the Black Panther sequel, Letitia Wright mentioned that for her the movie is just a love letter to Chadwick Boseman himself. She mentioned that every time she did a scene or thought about it, she would dedicate it entirely to Chadwick Boseman, and therefore she wanted to dedicate nothing but excellence to the movie, to make Chadwick Boseman proud. Well, before we get into more details about the truth behind Chadwick Boseman and Letitia Wright's relationship, if you're liking our content so far, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to our channel so you can stay updated about your favorite celebrities. Turn on the notification button so you can get notified every time we post a new video. Chadwick Boseman and Letitia Wright's relationship. Now let's move on to the real question about the nature of the relationship between Chadwick Boseman and Letitia Wright. Ever since the two started filming together, they became very close, and their close-knit bond was pretty evident to everyone around them. Even when Chadwick Boseman passed away, Letitia Wright was one of the people it had the most impact on. The two had a very sincere relationship with each other, which was based solely on sincerity and care. According to Letitia Wright, Chadwick Boseman was like a brother for her, and the two would always be there for each other. Even after Chadwick Boseman's death, it seemed like their bond did not weaken. Letitia Wright wrote an extremely moving and heart-shattering poem on Chadwick Boseman's death, and you can sense the pain that she was going through. Despite how beautifully worded the poem is, Letitia's pain is evident through the poem, and anyone who hears it can tell that she genuinely loved and cared for Chadwick Boseman. In the poem, she refers to Chadwick as her brother and an angel on earth. She talks about the darkness that settled in after his death and the confusion that engulfed her. She talked about how she always loved him as a brother from the start, and will continue to do so. The poem ends with a heart-wrenching line about how Chadwick will always have a place in her heart, and that it's her responsibility to ensure that the seeds he planted on Earth grow and blossom to their fullest. Feeling Chadwick Boseman's spirit throughout filming Black Panther 2. While filming Black Panther 2, Letitia Wright went through a massive injury that forced her to take a step back for a few months and put her shooting on hold. While a lot of people in the world failed to fully understand what she was going through or say the right words to her at the time, it seems like Chadwick Boseman still managed to somehow make things better for her. Despite passing away, according to Letitia Wright, she could feel Boseman's spirit with her the entire time, giving her the courage that she needed. According to Letitia, Chadwick was a source of inspiration to many people, and he touched multiple lives throughout the short amount of time that he was on this planet. She also mentioned how she wanted to inspire the world too, but when she got her injury, she was very confused about how she would fulfill her promise, and how she would complete her mission of inspiring people through her acting. However, at that time, she could constantly hear her brother, Chadwick Boseman, telling her that she could do it, even when she felt like she couldn't do anything. During that time, she reflected on Chadwick Boseman's journey with a lot more depth and realized that if he could do all those things while battling with something that no one knew about, then she could do it too. She talked about how it really showed her how big of a leader Chadwick Boseman was, and that despite being in pain and fighting for his life, he somehow fulfilled his mission in life and led others to live happily. Honoring Chadwick Boseman. While Chadwick Boseman is not in Wakanda forever, none of the cast or crew members forgot about his legacy. The entire movie honors Chadwick's legacy and honors him for his iconic role as the Black Panther. The actors, especially Letitia Wright, has given her 110% to the movie to ensure that it is nothing short of perfect and to deliver something to the audience that would make Chadwick Boseman proud of the team. According to Letitia Wright, the response to Wakanda Forever has been extremely overwhelming for her, since she has had bursts of happiness and sadness just pouring in, and it reminds her of how she lost her brother. Well, Chadwick's death was a tragic loss for everyone, and it seemed like Letitia Wright was one of the most affected people. Their relationship was nothing but genuine and pure, and we hope Letitia is able to process her emotions in a healthy way and continues to honor Chadwick's legacy.